So, can you tell me a bit about your relationship with your body hair?
Oh my lord, where do I start? My body hair is the thing I've fixated on the most in my body throughout my whole life. Because I have a lot. But I also have it grew fast when I was young, and also I have it in places that a lot of people don't expect it to be. So when you see those mainstream adverts, the mainstream campaigns to promote body hair, and for example Miley Cyrus with a tiny bit of brown hair under her armpits. One person that's inspiring to me in the hair positivity world is Aisha Mirza. She's phenomenal. She is a social worker in New York, and she depicts body hair in all the places that it shouldn't supposedly be. And she also shows the process of hair removal. When people are making campaigns or videos or adverts, this is happening a lot at the moment, about kind of hair positivity and encouraging women to be comfortable in their own skin, to think about the spectrum of women that exist and fall in that category, and that includes people with polycystic ovary syndrome who have a lot of hair, people who are just dark and have coarse hair, trans women, and to think about the broad spectrum of people that need to feel seen in those videos. I'm only one example of someone who doesn't feel seen in those videos, and I can very easily remove my hair to look like someone that is in the mainstream. So I have a lot of privilege, but I think that's something people need to keep in mind.
How did your body hair make you feel when you were younger?
Made me feel different. Definitely at primary school made me feel different because I had a lot of hair before other people did, and undesirable, but mostly an object of fascination. I remember someone in the playground in year 6 asking me to put my arm up because I think they'd seen a bit of underarm hair in the PE changing rooms and they wanted to see what it looked like. So I just felt like an object of fascination. I felt quote unquote exotic. And then I do think I felt really undesirable. I think I have a real thing now about my femininity. I think my hair has to be long. I dress in quite a femme way, and I really love makeup and clothes because I feel like I have to really compensate and own my femininity, because I feel like that was taken away from me and I was described as looking like a man and things like that when I was younger. And so that's I love my femininity, but I also think I'm particularly attached to it because of that, and that's why hair removal will probably always be something that I do. But I am okay with that because I think people can really beat themselves up and hold themselves to a really high standard, and I think my theoretical commitment to feminism isn't always going to match what I do with my body, and obviously what I do with my body is political, but I think we need to also cut ourselves some slack because society is fucked, and society and the media and the people around us and the world we grew up in and the messages we grew up with are at fault. If I set myself a target, it would be to break out of this cycle of my body can be hairy or dark as long as no one's going to see it.
Concerning body hair, what would the future ideally look like for you?
I would like to think that my children will grow up in a world where they won't see their body hair being at odds with their femininity or their sexuality, and they just won't have all their money and time absorbed by this the way that I have.
One word that you want people to take away.
One word. Gorilla!